huge win, a big-time win. And I knew those guys were going to give us a big battle. They did. I'm really proud of our team. They had good energy all day, and thought they responded to a lot of different situations that came up throughout the game. But the big thing about this win today was tying a school record 11 wins in a row at home. And the reason that's a big deal is because that's a step in the right direction toward creating a culture that I think you just have to have if you're going to be a great program and a consistent program. You got to win at home. And this group here, they've been playing here 117 years. So to tie that record and have a chance to own that record later on in the season is a huge compliment to these guys and taking pride in playing in Death Valley. And so really proud of that accomplishment. It was a special day being a part of the Military Appreciation Day. John Cicetta and Tim Match and that whole crew, Mike Money and that group, they did a fabulous job in pulling it together and making it a special day. And I hope for a little while we were able to bring some smiles to some people's faces and a little bit of entertainment. So just a great day from that standpoint. Offensively, way too many negative plays, obviously. Just not our best performance of the year. A lot of lost yards, and give Virginia Tech a lot of credit. They did a heck of a job. They really did. They did a heck of a job of, especially defending us in the running game, creating some negative situations for us. But our offense responded. We knew that they were going to challenge us and they were going to create some one-on-one situations. We knew that they were going to bring pressure, so they did. First half, we missed a couple of opportunities to make some plays. When you get in a situation like that, you got to win matchups. Just that simple. And they made some of the plays. We didn't quite finish in the first half. Second half, we come out and we finished those plays. And you live by the sword, you die by the sword, so to speak. And so we were able to really get a couple of huge momentum plays. Taj was a little inconsistent early, but again, what a competitor. You just have to love Taj Boyd and the way he plays the game of football and how he tries to lead this team with guts and toughness. He came up with some big runs down the stretch there. And, Andre Ellington went over 3,000 yards today for his career. I thought he was fantastic. A little bit was special today. Had some big plays. Special teams, creating that turnover in special teams was huge. Tony Stewart coming up with that, giving us some momentum. And we talk about that all the time, making an impact in special teams. We did that. And then defensively, what a great day. The big plays came off with missed tackles, where we just didn't finish some plays and just get them on the ground. But boy, our defense is just continuing to get better. And anybody that's really paid attention to us, especially the last 3 games in particular, down as the game has worn on, we've improved and we're getting better. We're playing with great energy. We're trying to play a lot of guys, and there's a lot of competitive spirit, on those guys. They're taking pride in knowing what to do. They're starting to really understand it and apply the lessons that they're learning from week to week, and it's showing up. 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions. That pick 6, it's huge. You talk about a momentum turner, that got it done. And, that's what teams do. Teams pick each other up. It ain't always going to go in the basket. So that defense can be there. And so to see our defense step up and I thought really lift the offense up today until the offense could kind of get going was critical. So really proud of them, especially in the second half. I thought it was a dominant second half. They were 5 of 10 on 3rd down at halftime. I wasn't real happy about that. And we go out there and we held them, I think, 1 of 6. They finished 6 of 16 and had 124 yards in the second half. We had 248 at halftime. So just really a lot of improvement. And my hat's off to those guys. Brent has done a fantastic job, and the rest of our defensive staff. We got the best coaching staff in America, in my opinion. And Chad Morris earned his money today, buddy. Let me tell you, I thought he was going to throw his hat a few times over every day because he was trying to he was trying to pull some things out because we were misfiring in some areas, and it's really frustrating when you got some things that are there, but you're just not quite executing. So thought he did a great job of really trying to just get Taj in rhythm and give him some opportunities to settle in, especially running him a little bit late in the game. But, we talked a lot about our plan to win, and our plan to win starts with effort, and our guys played with great effort. Our plan to win is about having at least 2 more big plays than the opponent. We were able to do that. Our plan to win includes making a difference in special teams. We did that. Our plan to win is not having critical errors. We didn't have many, and a huge part of our plan to win is winning the turnover margin, and we're +3 in that regard. And when we win the turnover margin, we're a really hard team to beat. So great job of our guys executing that, and now we got a quick turnaround. You know, the celebration's over. I'm going to enjoy my dinner tonight. I got the smoking pig coming. I can't wait. But when that's over, I mean, we got to flip the script. It's a quick turnaround for the staff and the players. You know, they'll have study hall tomorrow. We'll have a team meeting at 4:15. We'll practice tomorrow night at 7:30. You know, get ready Monday, Tuesday, and go to Winston-Salem on Wednesday. So quick turnaround, and so we got a lot of work to do to get our guys ready. So the mentality of the season starts tomorrow. That's really our mentality and the way it needs to be, because it truly does start tomorrow, because that's all we control, and that's what's most important. And with that, I'll take the questions.
Coach, could have been a combination of military day and then trying to tie the record for win. Do you think that maybe played a little bit in that first quarter? The players were a little bit.
Well, I think the 2 sacks in that first drive. You got to give them credit. We come out there in the open drive, and they just whipped us. It wasn't anything schematic or anything like that. They won. They beat us up front, and next thing you know, you're sledding uphill. That was frustrating. And then we come back and we put a great drive together. That was a heck of a drive. We come back and we hit the pick. Taj just high. I mean, you have to play there. You just, tips or picks, especially when the ball's being thrown anywhere over the middle of the field and that ball gets tipped. Tips or picks. And so that was just a tough break. Big play by the great catch by number 2. I think he was on his back, but that was unfortunate. And so then all of a sudden I thought they started pressing a little bit. But that was a heck of a drive. But then we come back and just some 3 and outs, miss some opportunities. We don't make the play to Nuke, we don't make the play to Sammy. Just missed a couple of plays, and they did a pretty good job in the running game. They didn't stay still a whole lot. They had a good plan there, and I'm anxious to watch the tape. But again, our guys responded, and we were able to get just enough going, get enough big plays to put the game away.
That was the severity of Robinson's injury?
I don't think it's broken. So that was initially what Danny told me, was they took him in and x-rayed it. It wasn't broken, but I would say it's I think right now pretty serious sprain at the minimum. But we'll see.
I told you on Tuesday you were going to have 295 yards and win by 3 touchdowns. Would you think that was crazy?
I wouldn't think you're crazy, because crazy things happen in the game of football, especially college football. But I would have been a skeptic. Let's just say that.
Given the way your defense is.
Yeah. I mean, we've that would be a drastic change from what we've seen through 6 games. But that's football, and that's college. See, that's just the way it is. I mean, those things happen. Heck, I mean, I can go all through my career. And where just when you think you've got it figured out, and you go in and you've got, here's the recipe, and then you win some crazy way, or you get beat some crazy way. Heck, we remember down there in Tallahassee a couple years ago. Remember that? We threw for over 200, rushed for over 200, and got beat for the first time in 25 years. I mean, things happen that are just kind of odd sometimes, but the number 1 stat is the turnover margin. That's the key. And when you're doing a good job of taking care of the ball and creating turnovers, you're going to win more games than not. And that's ultimately what happened today. And then again, our defense they put it together. Offense wasn't great, made enough plays, but the combination of that is in the special teams That's how you win games. Sometimes it's going to be offense is hot. Defense might need a little pick them up. And that's what you do. Sometimes you have negative play in special teams that you have to overcome. Good teams do that. Good teams do that.
I think there was a play that Sammy dropped the ball at the end and Virginia Tech challenged the body, fumbled, and then is that how you guys go score? How big was the moment swing?
Well, it was big. Because if it had gone against us right there, hopefully we were talking about it because it was a long delay. So we were over there, I was talking to the defense. The guys, if they reverse it, let's respond. Just keep playing, doing your job. And, they've done that. They did that the whole game. So I wasn't, I didn't feel like we were going to give up a touchdown or anything, but we were going to lose a lot of field position. It's a big field position battle. But it was big. That was big. It was a huge call for us.
Coach, you mentioned earlier a lot of the missed opportunities on offense, and of course you know that all wins are good wins, but does today kind of maybe feel more satisfying on the level of the perseverance and the fact that the team really kept the effort going, and it wasn't just the offense was scoring left and right and made it look easy, but this kind of really is more of a satisfying total team effort kind of a win.
No question. Just a complete win. And I thought the Georgia Tech game was a complete win. We had some huge, especially in the second half of that game, huge plays on defense. Block kick on special teams. Some huge plays on offense, and that's kind of what we're a team that's just growing and getting better, and again in all phases. And it's not always going to be perfect, but you just keep playing. You just keep playing. These guys are learning to do that. Moving on to the next play, not getting caught up in what's happened. Don't have any control over that. Just do your job. Don't worry about what the offense, the defense, whatever. Just play. And play with great effort. I think they're doing that. I'm proud of them. It's a big win. Listen, Virginia Tech has been the class of this conference. Heck, I saw a stat, Coach Beamer, it was 27-6 on the road. Is that right? In ACC road games. Are you kidding me? I wasn't sleeping good last night, okay? For us to beat Virginia Tech, they've beaten us here, I think, 3 times in a row. Or 3 out of the last 4 times they've come to Death Valley. A lot of these guys weren't here, but just their tradition, the pride in their program, they have an incredible coaching staff. They do a great job. And for us to be able to win against them here at home, like we did, is just a huge accomplishment for our team.
Coach, 4 of your last 5 games, of course, are against conference opponents, but the way Florida State and Maryland are playing, how do you make sure that your guys stay focused on each game while realizing that it's possible you have to run the gamut to appear in this situation?
Yeah. Season starts tomorrow. That's really our mentality. That's what we talk about. Season starts tomorrow. Win today. Just win today. And they've done a good job of understanding that. One of the things we talked about this week was we didn't finish very good last year, and we did a lot of great things, had a great season, but all anybody wanted to talk about was, what we didn't do. We did this long list of things, and we didn't do these things, but that's all anybody wants to talk about. And we didn't finish good. People they remember November. And so we really worked hard and talked about, it's not the start. We got a lot of people in the pack right now. It's the finish. And if we're going to finish the right way, and we take a step back and we pause and we reflect. Let's look at our big picture goals, and all those are still intact. There's so much out there, but what do we control today? Our preparation, our mentality, our commitment, our focus, our attention to details. Those are the things that we control. And so that's what I told them in there tonight. Celebration's over. Curfew's at midnight tonight. Tomorrow's like a Tuesday. We got to go right back to work. And you're only as good as your next game. We have a huge game Thursday night. We go up to Wake Forest and we lay an egg. Well, everybody just forgets about the rest of them. Okay, we got to continue to improve, continue to focus on the things that are allowing us to have a chance to win. Continue to execute our plan to win, and that's all we talk about. And if they'll keep buying into that, then we'll have a chance to finish a little bit better than we did last year.
Coach, 3 straight wins against Virginia Tech, and last year you guys were able to get pressure. It seemed like, especially the defensive front, in both of those games against Virginia Tech. And then again today, it seemed like that was kind of the catalyst going forward. Last year was Andre Branch, and today it was a host of young guys.
Yeah.
Talk about the pressure, the success you guys have been able to have against their front, especially in the last 3.
Well, it was huge, and they lost a lot of guys up front, and so they got a pretty young offensive line. Also starting center, he was the only returning starter they had, and we're young up front too. So, but it was good to see our guys, rolling in there and continue to get pressure. I mean, I saw several different guys in there all day, whether it was a true freshman like Reeder or Alakai or Crawford, whoever it was. Brewer, we brought a little pressure from the secondary, and that guy is a load at quarterback. I mean, he is really a dangerous guy, and I thought we did it for the most part a pretty good job of containing him, all day long. And our guys, early in the game, we weren't doing a very good job. I thought they were doing a good job of blocking us. He had a little time, but as the game went, I thought we started to win that battle, and we started to get off blocks and win those matchups, and probably make him throw a few balls he didn't want to throw, or throw them a little early, or maybe not quite as accurate as he would have liked. So, a huge game. We caught a couple breaks, and we're proud of our guys for battling like we did.
And then you had some big plays on the back end by some veterans like Brewer and Meeks, and then Hall led the team in tackles. That'd be good to see out of those guys.
Well, yeah, we need those guys to be great down the stretch for us, and it was kind of a senior day today. To see Meeks have the type of game he had, a couple of interceptions, pick 6 was just awesome. Brewer, I wish he could have punched it in down there, but it was an excellent pick by him. And then Richard was active. He missed a couple tackles, but he was very active, and was where he was supposed to be. Did a good job of orchestrating things on the back end. And, yeah, there's no question we need them to play well if we're going to finish like we want.
What are the challenges in just having this team with nobody that's played on a Thursday night and having to make a quick turn?
I don't know. I don't really make a big deal out of all that stuff. I mean, it is what it is. We're going to come in here tomorrow and we'll put this bed in and just, we'll talk about going to work, and hey, here's the plan. I'll lay it out for them. Here's what we're doing today, Monday, Tuesday. Here's our Wednesday itinerary. Let's get excited about playing. Shoot, hey, to me, I'd be excited about it. We ain't got to wait a week to play. That's the great thing about baseball and basketball. Heck, you win or lose, 2 days later you're playing again. Nobody's even worried about it. In football, you got to wait all week. So hey, let's embrace that. It's going to be fun. We get to play on national TV, and have pretty much the whole country watching us. Let's embrace it. Let's have fun. Same thing for Wake Forest. They I think played at Virginia today. So I don't know how that game turned out. Wake Forest won. They played on the road at Virginia, and they'll be excited to play. So we'll just embrace it and go play our best game, hopefully.
All set.
Okay, thank you all.